I want to know what Mark Bellingham has every single breakfast, dinner, lunch, anything. What does he have? Because the fact that he created two unbelievable footballers, first of all, Jude Bellingham is world class, but Jude Bellingham, he's getting there, man. He is getting there as well because this guy looks on par. This guy looks like he's taking the same career path as Jude Bellingham, taking the same steps, and soon we could see him at even a bigger club. I won't be shocked in 2 years if we see Jude Bellingham in a higher level. Not saying Dortmund's, a bad level at all. To get to Dortmund alone, that's a huge achievement for any footballer in the world, but there's higher levels to that. And today was a little glimpse of what perhaps Jude Bellingham could be in Borussia Dortmund, because a lot of people were doubting him, saying that he's nowhere near as good as his brother, that he's going to flop in Dortmund, that he's going to be a championship player, he's going to be in some mid-table Premier League team. I don't know, man. For me, Jude Bellingham has a lot of skill as well, and what sets him out maybe compared to his brother, Jude, his defensive work, and also I feel like his physicality is a bit more. I don't know. And he has that flair. I think Jude Bellingham has incredible flair, and that's probably one of the best parts of his game. And today he won man of the match in his first ever start for Borussia Dortmund in a very hard game as well versus Sundowns, which if you watch my predictions of the Club World Cup, if you haven't, go watch it. But I did say the Sundowns are a very serious team. It's not going to be easy to beat them. And we saw today Dortmund, it was a hard matchup. It was a hard matchup, but they got the win. And that was thanks to Jude Bellingham's goal. He played a huge part in this game, and that goal was very Jude-like. And that's what I'm saying. It's a bit of deja vu. It's like I'm seeing Jude Bellingham again in Borussia Dortmund colors because they play very similar. I've never seen brothers play so similar. Maybe you guys can name some, but I'm talking about brothers that play almost exactly the same. If you look at some brothers around football at the moment, like the Thuram brothers, they don't play anything alike. The only one maybe I can think of is Lars Bender and Steven Bender, because those guys both were defenders, but those guys weren't household names. I generally think already Jude is a household name. Jude Bellingham could join him as well. But Jobe isn't exactly like Jude in every single way. I mean, he has his own things that set him apart. He's joined Dortmund and he's picked the unbelievable unique number 77. And also, instead of having Bellingham on the back of his shirt, he has Jobe, which is, it's quite interesting. I think he's trying to set himself apart from his brother and be known as himself, as Jobe. But if I had bad vision and I just looked from far away, I would honestly think these guys are the same. They look the same. Jude Bellingham sometimes looks more like Jude Bellingham than Jude Bellingham himself. Even the celebration, I mean, these two guys, it's like a movie. It's like I'm watching a Disney movie. Both of them set themselves apart from their peers in the championship level, then got a huge move to Dortmund, and now obviously Jude is in Real Madrid, but Jobe, again, he could join a big club as well. Imagine he joins Barcelona. That would be insane. But some of the dribbling he was doing this game, or some of the hustling, the plays Jude Bellingham does, scrapping and fighting to win every single ball, that's a lot of what I saw from Jobe as well. And also Jobe is a guy who's a bit more defensive, I would say. He's a bit defensive. I won't be shocked as his Dortmund career progresses that he becomes a bit like Jude, where he becomes a bit like Jude and becomes a lot more offensive and starts to score a lot of goals for Dortmund. I won't be shocked if it happens this season. I think Dortmund are lacking a 10. I won't be shocked if they use Jude Bellingham as a number 10, because the 10 position is something Dortmund fans are crying out for. Right now they have Julian Brandt, which Julian Brandt is not the same player he was a few years ago. He's just not as good anymore. They don't really have that great attacking playmaker, I would say. And I think Jude Bellingham, he was worth the money. A lot of people are saying that was overpaid, but Jude Bellingham for 30 mil, come on, man. They're gonna make a lot of profit off of that, and they already have a recipe from Jude Bellingham. Jude Bellingham, they bought him for what? Even then, it was called overpriced. Like 25, 30 mil, I believe. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. But they made a profit on Jude. I won't be shocked at all if they make a profit on Jude Bellingham as well. I mean, already in his first game, this guy looks like he's going to be a huge player this season. But I think Jude Bellingham also needs to be given time. He's not going to become a superstar straight away. He's going to need time, just like his brother Jude. Jude did have a pretty quick impact on Dortmund and the way they play. I don't think Jude Bellingham is going to be the same. I think it'll take him maybe some time to get used to the Bundesliga, but after that, he's just going to take off. But when I take a look at his advanced stats in Sunderland, they're not that impressive, to be honest. Compared to other Dortmund midfielders, they're not as impressive. What he impresses in is his defensive actions, his carries with the ball, his forward passing, but when it comes to key passing, progressive passes, the duels won, he's way worse than all the other Dortmund midfielders. That's just a fact statistically. But he's a guy who has 100 games in the championship at only 19. Those are things that you can't take for granted. This guy is a bit experienced, but again, it's going to take him time to gel into the Bundesliga and get used to it. But the guy jumps into every tackle. He gives us everything on the pitch, just like his brother Jude. Incredible mentality. That family all has incredible mentality, and both brothers are just so mature for their age. He's a bit more flexible than what Jude was at that age when it comes to his ability to play you know, all across the midfield. He can play anywhere. You can play him as a 6, you can play him at a 10, you can play him as an 8. He's a bit more flexible on that part. And overall, he's just top talent. I don't think Dortmund fans need to worry much about Jude Bellingham as a player. I think he's going to be pretty good. I think Jude Bellingham will help his brother out a lot in the process of him becoming a superstar, because we all seen Jude went through everything. He knows the ins and outs of football. He knows what it takes to get to that highest level. He's experienced it all. And I know he's going to give some wisdom to Jobe. I bet he already did. Because Jude Bellingham could have gone to Man United, and listen, he didn't. You had to think that his family maybe told him not to go there or not to push for a move there, because you already know Man United are a bit of a mess. He made the decision to go to a club that, you know, develops youth at the highest level, and that's Borussia Dortmund. And before I end off the video, one thing that's going to really interest me with Jude Bellingham and Jude Bellingham, what's gonna happen when they both play for England? Who's going to start? Are they going to start together? Because they kind of play in similar roles. It's going to be really funny to see both these guys in the international level. Imagine both Thuram brothers versus Jude Bellingham and Jude Bellingham. That would be kind of sick. I actually want to see it at this Club World Cup, and it could happen. We could see Jude Bellingham versus Jude Bellingham, which would honestly put a lot more eyes on this competition, this Club World Cup. But also, it would be really sick. Let's be honest. It will be kind of iconic to see both brothers go against each other, which I'm praying and I hope that happens, because it'll be a pretty nice moment. But let me know in the comments below what you guys thought about Jude Bellingham's so far 2 games with Borussia Dortmund. You guys think he's ready for that next level, and you guys think he could be a star just like his brother? I honestly have no doubts. I think this guy has the mindset, he has the personality. Across all their family, the mindset they have, it's a reason why both their sons made the top level. Both parents know how to keep their kids grounded. They're very humble yet confident. Like, they did a really good job with their sons. And I have no doubts that Jude Bellingham, just like Jude, will make it to the top. Give your opinions in the comments below. Anyway, like, subscribe, and as always, have a good day.